So you've ended at half-time. What are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, Premier League managers moan at having to play 38 games a season. When you're a Newport County manager, you have to play 138 games because apparently a lot get cancelled at half-time, and that's part of the season. It is what it is, isn't it? It's called off. I thought the first half of football from us was as good as we've been for a while. We looked as though we'd rediscovered the winning mindset and the winning way. It was tough conditions and they were tough opposition, but we got about our work in a smart way. We were intelligent on the surface, we competed well, scored an unbelievable goal. Sickener for him, isn't it, Tom? He must. He's sitting in there holding his head in his hands. He can't believe it's happened to him, but he'll score plenty more and plenty more like that, I'm sure. And as I say, it is what it is. Game's off. Nothing we can do about it.
Annoying that you were winning at half-time, but was the right decision made considering the state of the surface behind us?
Yeah, probably. It's difficult. There's areas in. I mean, the ball only goes into certain areas at certain times. It didn't have a massive effect on the game, I didn't think, in the first half. But it is difficult. It was getting worse, and you have to respect the referee's opinion on whether the conditions are detrimental. I mean, if a ball got stuck in one of those difficult areas and a goal was conceded by you, you'd probably feel aggrieved. So, in that respect, you have to be honest, and yeah, I probably think that the right decision was made.
Did he consult yourself and Jim at all?
No. But then, why should he? It's his job to decide whether the conditions are right or wrong. They were putting a lot of pressure on the officials. They were bringing. I heard a few comments. Our lads were saying that there were a few comments going on about player safety from their lads, which is understandable. 1-0 down, you're away from home. I guess you'd try anything to try and get the game off, wouldn't you? But yeah, the referee makes the decision based on what he's looking at, and there are areas out there that are really wet and really difficult.
As unhappy as you were on Tuesday after the game you completed, you might not get any points from this, but you must have been pleased with your first half performance. They gave you the commitment that you wanted, I guess.
Well, winning's winning, whether you play 45 minutes and the game's cancelled, or you play 90 minutes and the game counts. Tuesday was a shocker. It was horrible, and we weren't winning in what we were doing. But it was a good response today. We can't do anything about Tuesday. We could only react today. And I thought the first half today showed a good intensity, a good intelligence, a good competitiveness, and it was the right response.
Why did you leave Rhys Healey out today?
Because he didn't play very well on Tuesday. And I felt that I needed players up front who were going to be more determined at holding the ball up. And bringing others into play, and if you don't play well, you put your shirt at risk.
Do you think that he's been affected by all the links with Plymouth that Neil and himself obviously confirmed?
He himself talks about his brain being fried by everything. He's a young player. He's not faced this kind of thing before. His form's definitely been affected the last couple of games, and it's right to take him out the firing line, rest him. Have him available as a sub. I think he's sorting himself out. I think his mind will be back on doing a job for Newport County by the time we play again. But I thought the two front boys today were excellent.
Neil Warnock said he was annoyed with the way you've handled the situation. What would you say back to him?
I think Neil said himself conversations between managers should be had between managers and not via the press, and I agree with him.
Have you spoken to Neil since yesterday?
No, I agree with him. I think conversations between managers should be had between managers and not via the press. And I agree with that point.
Have you had a conversation, or are you going to have a conversation with him about the situation with Rhys?
Yeah, of course we will.
Do you hope to keep him in January, or do you fear that this might affect his situation going forward at this club?
No, I think that when I spoke to Neil on Wednesday by telephone, I think that the point was very clear, and I understood what he said then, and the conversation that we have tomorrow will build on the conversation that we had then.
Are you hopeful that Rhys will stay here in January?
I'm bored with the subject. We've talked about it enough. You can tell from my tone that I'm not going to elaborate, so let's move on.
Okay, one more from me then. Apart from obviously winning at half time and the game being abandoned, you're now going to miss Sean Rigg for the Plymouth replay. How frustrating is that for you?
Not at all. It is what it is. It's Riggy didn't play for 70 minutes of the game at their place that we drew 0-0, and he needed a break. He played a lot of football. He needed a break, and when these things happen, I always think they happen for a reason. And he'll miss the game here. But somebody else will come in, and today we saw Tyrone Evans take his shirt and score the opener in a winning first half. So we've got plenty of talent here to fill the shirts, and although Riggy has been terrific, he needed the rest. He's getting that rest. I'm sure he'll come back really strong. and it's a great opportunity for the squad to step up to the plate in the replay.
Thanks for your time,
No sweat, thank you.
Thanks for the impact that Josh Labadie made. Does he give you what you wanted in it?
Labadie's a class act. He's a leader, he's experienced, he knows the game, he's a presence, he puts his foot in, he can play. He's a top quality player at this level. Any team in this league would want Josh Labadie in its outfit.
We saw Jonas and Murray Williams playing in a role we haven't seen him before. Are you pleased with the way he coped with that?
I thought it was his best performance since I've been here. He was concentrated and focused, determined and resilient in defence. Was an attacking option, created some good opportunities and good openings. He could be very pleased with his 45 minutes. He set a standard for himself, and it's important that he realises that he's got that standard in him, and it's important that he takes that standard forward.
We've only had 45 minutes today, so do you get them in for training this weekend, or do you give them a little bit of a break now?
They've had 45 hard minutes there. I'm sure they'll do what they need to do to top up the work they've put in. I'm sure the subs will do their work now, and then our plan will carry on as it was before today.